Senator Wyden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Ms. Nellen, thank you very much for repeatedly mentioning mark-to-market, because in our billionaire income tax legislation, which now has the support of 22 United States senators, that's one of the key concepts, and you're making it clear it is a regularized part of the tax code, and I appreciate it. Let me go to you, Ms. Kramer, on de minimis, because this is going to be one of the hotly debated aspects of this whole effort, and I want to make sure we're walking this through, carefully, so everybody gets a sense of where we are. So when you use a digital asset to make a purchase, you trigger a gain or a loss, just like if you sold stock. Congress creates the de minimis rule for foreign currency so that taxpayers aren't burdened with tracking gain on personal transactions in local currency abroad. Now, this is where it gets, I think, into the debate. It's been suggested that there be a similar exclusion for digital asset transactions subject to an annual cap. Now, my question is, even if there were to be a de minimis exclusion with a cap, would you still need reporting so that taxpayers know their gains on each transaction to make sure they don't get in trouble with the cap and that sort of thing?
They would need to keep track of the transactions in order to prove compliance, so that as a practical matter, it really wouldn't make a difference.
We're going to ask you some more questions about that in writing, because it strikes me that even if you go forward de minimis with a cap, there are going to be some other aspects to this issue. Let me ask you about mining and staking. If a business issues unrestricted stock for services, is that ordinary income on receipt?
For unrestricted stock?
Yeah.
It's income upon receipt.
Okay. How would this work if miners and stakers received unrestricted digital assets for validation, say, validation services?
Then if they don't have to pay tax upon receipt the way you would if you got unrestricted stock, then what happens is you don't have to pay tax unless and until you sell it. And you could donate it, you could bequeath it to your heirs. There's all sorts of ways that you would not pay tax on it if it wasn't taxed initially.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.